the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To number
11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, here's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Bengals.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Lining up for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's complete right around the 8. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll try to run the option here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Bengal ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Number 88.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Complete to number 14.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Lining up for the
if you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Block 54.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Mixon try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Right there. 54 Mike. 36.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
23, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Andre Campbell. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
By number 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Go! 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Burrow on play action. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
To number 14.
A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
The pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Cincinnati.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Mixon on the
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Wide, get wide.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
To number 14.
One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
First down, Bengals.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go, go, go.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Cincinnati, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.